In the dim glow of a five-star restaurant overlooking the glittering skyline of New York City, a man sat alone at a corner table, his sharp features etched with an unyielding frost that chilled the air around him. Waiters whispered warnings to newcomers, "That's Alexander Voss. Approach at your own peril." But on this fateful evening, as rain lashed against the windows like unspoken regrets, one brave soul dared to shatter the silence. What happened next would melt the heart of the coldest billionaire and remind us all that a single act of kindness can rewrite destinies. Stick around till the end, you won't believe how this story circles back to change everything you thought you knew about loneliness and love. And if this tale touches your heart, hit that like button and subscribe for more stories that prove miracles happen every day. Alexander Voss wasn't born cold, life had forged him that way. At 45, he was the epitome of success, a tech mogul whose empire spanned continents, amassing billions from innovative software that revolutionized industries. His name evoked fear in boardrooms, where executives trembled at his piercing blue eyes and curt commands. Efficiency over emotion, he'd bark, firing anyone who dared show vulnerability. But beneath the tailored suits and private jets lay a man haunted by abandonment. Orphaned young, shuffled through foster homes where kindness was a rare commodity, Alexander learned early that trust was a weakness. He built walls higher than his skyscrapers, dining alone every night in his flagship restaurant, the Apex, not because he owned it, but because solitude was his only companion. Staff avoided him like a storm cloud, serving his steak medium rare with mechanical precision, never meeting his gaze. Enter Emily Harper, a 28-year-old waitress with a smile that could light up the darkest shifts. Life hadn't been kind to her either. Raised in a small Midwest town, she moved to the city chasing dreams of becoming a writer, but reality hit hard: student loans, a failed engagement, and now single-handedly supporting her ailing mother back home. Emily worked double shifts at the Apex, her apron pocket stuffed with crumpled tips and unspoken worries. She was relatable in her quiet strength, the kind of woman who remembered regulars' orders and slipped extra bread to hungry kids outside. But Emily had a fire in her, born from her own hardships. "Everyone deserves a hello," she'd say to her coworkers, who rolled their eyes when she eyed Voss's table. "He's just a person, like us." One stormy Tuesday, the restaurant was nearly empty, the clatter of silverware echoing like distant thunder. Alexander arrived as usual, his coat dripping, his expression a mask of indifference. He ordered his standard meal without a word, staring out at the rain-smeared city. Emily, assigned to his section that night, felt a pang in her chest. She'd seen him like this for months, alone, untouched by the world he dominated. Her co-workers warned her, "Don't. He'll complain to management." But as she set down his water, something in his eyes, a flicker of exhaustion, stirred her. Taking a deep breath, she broke the unspoken rule. "Rough night out there, huh? Looks like the sky's crying for all of us." Alexander froze, his fork midway to his mouth. No one spoke to him uninvited. His first instinct was to snap, to summon the manager and have her fired. But her voice was gentle, devoid of the sycophancy he despised. He lowered his fork, studying her. "Excuse me," he said, his tone icy but curious. Emily's heart raced, but she didn't back down. "I just mean, the rain. It's relentless. Kind of like life sometimes." She smiled faintly, wiping her hands on her apron. "I'm Emily, by the way. If you need anything else, holler." He didn't holler. Instead, for the first time in years, Alexander Voss engaged. "Life is relentless," he muttered, almost to himself. "But it doesn't cry. It just takes." Emily lingered, sensing an opening. Over the next few minutes, she shared a snippet of her day, a funny mishap with a spilled coffee, and to her surprise, he didn't dismiss her. A crack appeared in his armor. That encounter sparked something profound. The next night, Alexander returned, and Emily approached again. Back for more punishment from the weather, she teased lightly. This time, he asked about her. Hesitant at first, Emily opened up about her mother's illness, the bills piling up like snowdrifts. Alexander listened, really listened, his cold facade thawing. In return, he shared fragments of his past, the foster homes, the betrayals that turned his heart to stone. "People only want what I can give," he confessed one evening, his voice raw. "Not who I am." Challenges arose, testing their fragile bond. Emily's co-workers gossiped, calling her foolish for risking her job. Her ex-fiancé resurfaced, stirring doubts. Why waste time on a lost cause? Meanwhile, Alexander grappled with vulnerability. A business deal soured, and in a moment of rage, he lashed out at Emily during her shift. "Leave me alone," he shouted, echoing the isolation he'd clung to. Hurt, she walked away, tears stinging her eyes. That night, she questioned everything. Was she brave or just naive? But resolution came in the quiet aftermath. Alexander, alone in his penthouse, realized the void her absence created. For the first time, he sought someone out. He showed up at the restaurant's back door after closing, rain-soaked and apologetic. "I'm sorry," he said, his voice breaking. "You've shown me kindness I don't deserve. Please, don't give up on me." Emily, wiping down tables, saw the man behind the myth, a lonely soul yearning for connection. They talked for hours, bridging their worlds. She challenged him to change, to use his power for good. Inspired, Alexander funded her mother's treatment anonymously at first, then openly supported local charities for foster kids. Their friendship blossomed into something deeper, a love built on mutual healing. Alexander softened, mentoring employees instead of intimidating them. He hosted community dinners at the Apex, turning his solitude into shared warmth. Emily pursued her writing, her stories infused with the hope she'd ignited in him. Together, they faced life's storms, proving that bravery isn't loud, it's a quiet word in the right moment. As the city lights twinkled outside, Alexander no longer dined alone. And in that transformation, a powerful message emerged: no one is beyond reach. A single act of courage can pierce the thickest walls, reminding us that beneath fear and fortune, we're all just people craving connection. If this story moved you, remember, kindness changes everything. Hit that like button if it warmed your heart, and subscribe for more tales of unexpected miracles. Who knows? Your next hello might change a life too.